you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Dog has caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God
Yes,
and
sir.
only find forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was their business for me. When I got on, I paid them back and told them it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you don't ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman and that's like dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Anderson rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 29. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They begin with a run by Davis. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Now this defense for the Bengals, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Manning. He's got his man Sharp complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Manning. Throw left side complete to Sharp. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Manning. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Throwing now is Manning. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now Anderson. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now a handoff to Davis. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Davis. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Escapes the defender. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Davis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Escaping the pressure right. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this.
Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decided.
There he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Davis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Manning to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll run with Davis. Pushes him aside at the 45. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Davis again.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, Anderson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Off-play action. Anderson rolling to his left. Caught downfield by Morton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Manning. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Manning.
I got hit.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. There he goes, right side.
Damn, I got hit. Well,
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they get their focus back.
fuck.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? See that happen. It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Play action. Now Manning. Eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They keep it with Davis on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here's Davis now. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Or they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. We talk about
bullshit.
being on schedule.
That's
I think
bullshit,
they're on
man. My nigga got hurt.
after that run, getting it right down
That's
there on the
bullshit,
doorstep.
dog.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Davis. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to air one out. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They run the counter now on 1st down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Anderson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now they try the right side here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Anderson. Flushed out right. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Manning. Flush to his right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Play action. Manning. He'll buy some time right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Manning. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Davis. He needed 2, he only got 1. And the Bengals will get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Anderson. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Davis. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now a toss to Davis going right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And Manning keeps it himself. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead
Hey,
now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Anderson to throw on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Davis.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now Anderson from the gun on third down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. From deep in their own territory. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Able to power through. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Again, it's Davis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up